Yeah.
Don't you know that eyebrow brusher that you gave me to brush my eyebrows?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm using it on him.
Oh, okay, great.
Slash.
Okay, first person here is Stojans for love.
What about the hello?
Okay, if you're currently with someone, your current relationship should be functioning well, grounded and stable with long-term potential. Cooperation and compromise leads to success. If you're not with anyone, same thing holds true, but the person coming in may be water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Although Scorpio comes in the strongest, you also may have a Libra around. Exploring your options could lead to success around love. Aries Sun for the next 24 hours. Aries Sun for the next 24 hours. Making decisions that push life forward, you could have a wish that comes true. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. If you've recently had an argument or a disagreement with someone, it should resolve itself and move into the past. New beginnings are on the horizon that could lead you to success around work, school, or business. Maybe spending time with fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Could be thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. Nat, love. Nat, love. Cut away people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Anything that's been disastrous or disappointing or out of balance needs to move into the past. And then with that, life could be moving forward towards greener pastures. Maybe sometime late spring, early summer. If you're undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready, because you may have choices and options that make a wish come true. Life moves forward towards greener pastures, possibly with Earth, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Then you have another Capricorn here. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and life moves forward. Perseverance around love could move your love life forward quickly. And life could change for the better fast. So it may be like nothing's happening. Then all of a sudden people may come in out of nowhere. And things all of a sudden start to move forward, and you have choices and options, which is always a good thing. Eric, how are ya? When I was called up by my manager's office, how come he seemed pissed when I called corporate number against two people when he said no, despite the fact that he does nothing about it? So why is he mad at you for calling the corporate number on two people, but he didn't take control? Is that what the situation is? You know why he was annoyed? Because he feels like you went above his head, which maybe you did, but you had no choice because he didn't do what he should have done. If he would have just taken the initiative and did what he had to do, but he was kind of like, it's like he slept on it. He was at a standstill. So he sort of feels like you went above his head, and he may have had to explain something to somebody, and he doesn't really like that. That's all right. It'll blow over. He does nothing about it because he's lazy. What a jerk. What a jerk. Thank you. Mihak, General. Life comes into balance when you're clear about your wants and needs. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or receive good news. Negativity moves into the past. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you, and life begins to move forward towards greener pastures. Nisha, general. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or receive good news. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and cause for celebration comes in. Cooperation and compromise around work, school, or business could lead you to success around work, school, or business. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and you'll have choices and options around social activity. You may even be planning travel. Sag rising, general. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Life is coming into balance. And disappointment heals and moves into the past. Bless you. A wish comes true. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. However, feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. And you may be feeling like grounded and stable around finances. Or finances are improving this spring. Thank you. Excuse me. Susie, general reading. The hard work you put into work, school, or business comes back and pays off. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and life begins to move forward. Feeling grounded and stable around work, school, or business. Money comes in, finances improve, life comes back into balance, and a wish comes true. Maybe planning travel, could be a road trip. Listen to your intuition, and anxiety eases and moves into the past. Not bad. Eric, why Kevin got mad when I told him to give one thing to another worker in which he'll then resume his other duties. Why is that hard? Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. You know why? Because everybody in their ego, it's like an ego thing. It's like, don't tell me what to do. Let me handle my business myself. It's so stupid. It's like, just give it to him, and then do what you got to do. It's stupid ego that's getting in the way here. And it's causing issues that don't even need to be an issue. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't have to be that hard. Eric, general for this week. Eric, general for this week. Well, you do have a wish that comes true. If you're feeling undecided about something or someone, don't make any decisions until you're ready. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or receive good news. Lay down the law, set boundaries. It'll serve you well, and your luck changes for the better. Could have money coming in. Finances may be improving. Listen to your intuition, and life begins to move forward. Somebody may make you an offer that will be hard to turn down. Pretty good. Hello for the rest of the month. Slow and steady wins the race, but life's moving forward on stable ground. Making decisions that could be pushing career forward. Career, work, school, business, whatever it is that you do. Lay down the law, set boundaries, and life moves forward. You could be spending time with a Virgo, maybe spending time with a Sagittarius. You also could have your luck changing for the better quickly. And a disappointment or a heartache is healing and moving into the past. Not bad. Hello for the rest of this month. Oh, I just did that one, right? Jamila, what does Margot, the manager, think about our conversation? And my colleague, RN. Okay, whatever their conversation was, and also about this person, the Fool in reverse, something else is going to get revealed that needs to be dealt with. So I don't know what you guys were speaking about, but they may be in agreement with you about whatever it was that you were saying. And then with the RN person, like something about that RN person may be coming to light that people are now starting to see that maybe nobody noticed before. I don't know exactly what that is, but with the Fool in reverse, more is going to get revealed and actions will be taken. So I don't know if somebody's not doing what they should be doing, or they're causing trouble, or whatever it is that RN, was that RN? Yeah, things are going to be getting revealed, and people will Yeah.
Mom, do you wanna
Manager
see
may be
something?
calling them out on something.
Mom, want to see something?
Oh, very cute. That's very cute.
Mom, what part? What did Mom, what part do you like when he does? Do you like when he goes like this?
Yes, it's very cute. It's very cute. Yes, silly. I am Eric. I hope you're doing well too. I'm glad you got a chance to come in. Our life is so hectic. So hectic. Jesus. Free love from me and boyfriend Joseph B. Slow and steady wins the race. Things look a little out of balance. Expressing your wants and needs around the situation could be helpful, but cooperation and compromise is suggested. If you've recently had an argument or a disagreement, talking it out could be helpful, but cooperation and compromise is the key. And it may be the kind of thing where it's like an issue that keeps resurfacing that's not really getting resolved. I don't know what that is, but you'll figure it out. Cooperation and compromise will help lead you to success. DJ met foreign couple last night. What was their intentions in talking to me and my mom? They acted weird all of a sudden, like there was a shift of energy. I don't know that they had any specific intentions. They just may have been like a weird couple. Yeah. I hope you didn't give them any information. Probably won't run into them again. I wouldn't worry about them. The shift of energy may be just because they were like maybe a little weird or a little shady. Yeah. But I think that they were kind of harmless. I don't think that they're doing anything bad to you or anything like that. Alpha, should we let the Tommy home foreclosure? Like let the Tommy home get foreclosed on? Is that the question? Cosmic, is Carlos upset with me because I didn't tell him about the toilet? I couldn't flush and I'm on period, so I'm embarrassed. I know he knows I went to the bathroom. Okay, let's see. I don't think he's upset with you, no. Glossy, will I be satisfied with my work bonus? I feel that they will lowball me. I think that it's going to be an okay bonus. You're probably going to feel like they're a little stingy, but it's okay. Shonda, next week. Areas of your life that have been stuck in stagnant may now start to move forward. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Success comes in around work, school, or business. A new journey may begin. Listen to your intuition and life moves forward. Cooperation and compromise is suggested around work, school, or business. Hi, Mel. Alpha, should we let the Tommy Aaron home foreclose? Okay, the cards can't make the decision for you, but the cards indicate... I don't know if you could prevent it from being foreclosed on. I think that would be the best option. And then I would try to sell it if you want to get rid of it. But the cards can't tell you what to do, and I don't know what the issues are surrounding the home. Dorella, does TL have an addiction? Yeah, it comes up that it could have an addiction of some type, but, you know, that's kind of a twisted question because, you know, if you don't know what the type of addiction is, it's like most people are addicted to coffee. A lot of people are addicted to sugar, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Dr. Sony, General. You have walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you and take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. New beginnings on the horizon that could lead to success. You have the world at your feet. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or receive good news. You may be working on a new creative project or creative hobby. You could be spending time with fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Eric, meaning he'll take care of it, yet why such workers can do what he wants and then just retain them. I think that this guy, this manager guy, may be intimidated by some of the employees. I think that's why he doesn't enforce anything. Or he'll only enforce things with people that he feels like he can, which is really shitty. Eni, what do I do that I make A feel insecure? You don't do anything. Insecurity doesn't come from other people. It comes from them. They're feeling insecure because of their own issues. Yeah, other people can't make you feel insecure. You feel insecure because you feel insecure. That's coming from the inside. Emily, General. Old wounds heal and move into the past. When you listen to your intuition, life moves forward. Life comes into balance, and then you may have something happen that makes you happy around work, school, or business. Over the course of the next few months, life may be moving forward on stable ground. Slow and steady wins the race. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. But if you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Yesenia, should I work things out with Carlos or move on? The cards can't tell you what to do. Cards can only tell you the energy of the situation. So the energy of the situation is not much is changing. So the idea of working things out, nothing is changing. So you just have to choose to either stay in this relationship or you have to choose to leave it. Not much is going to change around the situation. So that's for you to decide. Space Hippie, will I get closure regarding the past situation or will it just be radio silence? I can't answer that. I can't answer past situation. I don't know what the situation is or who we're talking about. I can't connect with energy if I don't know what we're discussing, but there is no such thing as closure. Like, people are always asking that, but there's no such thing, because you can have somebody that blocks you on Tuesday. Is that closure? And then on Thursday, they unblock you and somebody says, I don't want to talk to you anymore on Monday. And then on Wednesday, they're texting you. There's no such thing as closure. The closure is that is when you make the decision. And that's the issue that most people have. And that's really every question here, right? It's like, will he make a move to me? Will he call me? Well, it's everybody's giving their free will to somebody else or waiting on somebody else to make the decision. And it's the same thing with letting go of the past. You have to be the one to say, okay, I'm done with this. I've let this go. I'm letting this go. I don't need an explanation. I don't need an excuse. I definitely don't need a lie. I don't need to hear it. It doesn't matter. I'm moving past it. But until you decide that, like, that's the closure that you make. I know everybody wants to hear something, an explanation from someone else, but even people sign divorce papers and then the next day they're like, but is my ex-husband going to want me back? Well, wasn't the divorce papers closure? No, they're still asking. So you have to just kind of make the decision yourself to move forward. Hi, Donis. MR, how did Kay think that I did during my meeting with him? RB and IM. It looks like it went well. Growth, change, and transformation leads to success. Cause for celebration around things moving forward. May find you to be grounded, stable, professional, and well-balanced. At one point, I felt like I didn't address the concern correctly. I don't see any issues. I think if they had an issue, they would have asked for clarity in the moment.
This is the video I wanted to show you.
Okay, go ahead. Very cute. Nice.
Mom, did you know it's a man?
Yeah, I see.
What's up?
He's dancing, right? Wait a minute, let me see that.
That's why we just switch us. I don't know what's switch us or not.
All right, I don't know. Yeah, Avery, I am gonna have to take this away from you because
Okay.
I don't know what you're watching.
I don't know
All right,
what's going on.
I want you to be careful with what you're watching. What is he barking
I
at?
don't know.
Could you do me a favor? Watch a cartoon or do playables. I don't want you watching anything unless I see it first.
Okay.
MR, energy between me and O. It's a little slow, but grounded, stable, and respectful. Average, okay. Sincere, not too bad. Christine, will I get any new clients? You could have new clients come in out of the clear blue sky fast. Yeah, like any day. Absolutely, that could happen. Lourdes, will I get the medical report that I need from the hospital tomorrow? I think you will be able to get it, yes. Rookie, general. Listen to your intuition and life moves forward towards greener pastures. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Maybe spending time with the water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, and you could have a wish come true. Not bad. You have the world at your feet.
Come on now. Come on now.
Pop Queen, do you still see Dylan wanting to continue the situation with me and him? Okay, I don't know what the situation is, but things are out of balance. The two of you are not on the same page anymore. So I would have a discussion with him about whatever it is.
I don't know. Wanna get on? If you want to get on.
Archie, general. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Lay down the law, set boundaries. It'll serve you well. The hard work that you put into work, school, or business comes back and pays off. You have a wish that comes true. New beginnings on the horizon, and you may be money coming in. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan can make you feel relieved. TB, what do you see coming for love in 26? Disappointments heal and move into the past, and life begins to move forward. You have new beginnings with the Empress bringing in love and money or more of it. If you're not with anyone right now, you may have a Sagittarius coming in or possibly a Capricorn. Exploring your options could lead to success. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Don't settle for less than you want or deserve when it comes to love, because you can get what you want and life can move forward for you. Lucinda, anything that Tarot wants me to know? Anxiety eases and moves into the past, and money comes in. Finances may be improving. Listen to your intuition. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Old wounds heal and move into the past. And then you may be feeling like, may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or receive good news, and you could be feeling like taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. It's like bringing life back into balance and relieving stress. Faith, may I have a general? Okay, with the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities, especially around bringing in more financial stability. Maybe planning travel, could be spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and life moves forward towards greener pastures. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or receive good news. Life comes into balance. Paying off a bill of debt or a loan can make you feel relief, and you may be spending time with Sagittarius. You may be working on a new creative project or creative hobby. Don't forget about taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Vicky, general for the rest of the week. Maybe spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Could hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or receive good news. Lay down the law, set boundaries, especially if you feel like somebody is overstepping. You could be thinking about like going back to school, learning a new area of study. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Then you have another air sign coming in, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Old wounds heal and move into the past. And if you recently had an argument or a disagreement with someone, or if you do, it should heal and move into the past pretty quickly. Coco for the rest of the week. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and you may be feeling grounded and stable around work, school, or business, with good news coming in around work, school, or business. Luck is changing for you for the better quickly, and feeling ambitious. You should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to this week. Don't forget about self-care, especially if it's a busy week. Bar Gavison, general. You have a wish that comes true around work, school, or business. Maybe spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Slow and steady wins the race, but life begins to move forward. You may have choices and options coming in around social activity. Life's moving forward successfully. Listen to your intuition. Take time if you can for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Not bad. Liz for the next 24. Something nice may happen around the home, moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home, whatever it is. It would be positive. Entertaining at home, whatever it is, it's positive. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or receive good news. Could be spending time with a Pisces. Maybe feeling like relief around life moving forward. Listen to your intuition. The hard work that you put into work, school, or business comes back and pays off, and a disappointment or a heartache is healing and moving into the past. Eni, I answered for you already. Tiffany, why did Ephraim stop talking to me? We dated for about 7 months. Not sure what happened. I think things went a little bit like, it's like things may have slowed down, may have felt a little disconnected, and then just may have felt like not really feeling it. So just ghosted you? Just that was it? Never heard from him again? Like, people got no goddamn respect these days, the way they act. Yeah, like undecided, didn't know how to handle it, so just did nothing about it. Like, you want to ask these people, like, you know, who raised you? Like, why do you treat people like that? Mega, should I go back to the bar I was at Saturday or go to a new place? Either option is fine. They both look okay, but it kind of looks like going back to the old place may be better. Lovely for the rest of the month. Lovely for the rest of the month. New beginnings on the horizon that could lead to success around work, school, or business. And with the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Listen to your intuition and life begins to move forward. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or receive good news. Paying off a bill of debt or a loan could make you feel relief. Maybe spending time with the Sagittarius. Maybe spending time with Earth, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Cinnamon for tomorrow. Slow and steady wins the race, but expressing your wants and needs around both personal and professional relationships could lead you to success and make you feel relief around life moving forward. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or receive good news. An old wound heals and moves into the past. Take time if you can for rest, relaxation, and self-care, and life comes back into balance. Trinity, love general. Trinity, love general. If you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. But walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you can bring in a committed relationship. If you're already in a committed relationship, don't bring the past into the future. Anxiety eases and moves into the past, and a wish comes true. Maybe spending time with water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Maybe spending time with Earth, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Anxiety eases and moves into the past, and life begins to move forward towards greener pastures. Cooperation and compromise leads to success around love. Not bad. Don't be afraid to express your wants and needs around love. Adonis, I'm going over to the emails. Oh, I got it. I wouldn't be surprised if you scored around the 90. Yeah, that could be possible. I don't think you have to go back and fix anything. I think it's fine. I think you'll do well. C11, general reading. Making decisions that push life forward can be bringing life back into balance. Anxiety eases and moves into the past, and life begins to move forward. Could be spending time with a Leo. Life changes for you for the better quickly when you listen to your intuition, and feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Money comes in, finances are improving. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down, and a disappointment or a heartache is healing and moving into the past. The one and only general. No longer holding yourself back, a wish comes true. Negativity moves into the past. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or receive good news. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. A new journey begins. Life comes into balance. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or receive good news and a disappointment. You may be spending time with an Aries. Could be spending time with another fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Set boundaries if you feel like someone is overstepping, and be clear about your wants and needs. Mavita, what was Mila's thoughts about the photo that I posted? There's not a strong emotional reaction. Kind of like, okay, or it is what it is. So I don't know what the picture was, but they're kind of like, well, it is what it is. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it is what the picture was of, but they're coming off like whatever kind of a thing. Natasha, will I still get the promotion through my students? Didn't have good scores for the midterm. I still think you could get the promotion. Yes, that's possible. H2O, what's coming towards me in April? Time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. A disappointment or a heartache may be healing and moving into the past. If you're undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Life comes into balance. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Listen to your intuition. The hard work you put into work, school, or business comes back and pays off, and the solution to a problem is in front of you. You'll figure it out before the end of April. Essence for the rest of the week for me. You could have money coming in. Maybe feeling ambitious. You should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. You have listened to your intuition and life comes back into balance. Life moves forward, slow and steady wins the race, but on stable ground. Oh, you're welcome. Is there anyone here I haven't answered for? Forward movement for the rest of the week. Forward movement for the rest of the week. If you've had an argument, or if you do have an argument with somebody, don't make a big deal. It's going to resolve itself relatively easy and move into the past. Maybe thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and life begins to move forward. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities, and a wish comes true. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. Life moves forward towards greener pastures, and relief may be coming in around finances. Raymond, will I hear from my ex, Fabi, soon? I feel her sister is still spying on me. What do you see? I asked because my birthday is coming up. She could use the birthday as a reason to reach out. Yeah, people always pull that stupid shit. Like they use that, like they'll use a holiday or birthday as a reason to reach out. Right now, it doesn't look like she's made that decision yet because she shows as indecisive and she shows as slow. But she could be unpredictable and make that decision at the last moment. I wouldn't be shocked. Is there anyone here I haven't answered for yet? Julie sent an email. Hang on. I think you could be stable enough, yes. Yep. Hi, Jenna. Raymond, are her and her sister still spying on my stuff? Mm-hmm. They are, definitely. And you're probably going to find that out with the Fool in reverse. I'm all right. How are you? Yeah, the sister's looking at your shit. Make sure that you have all your stuff as private as possible and drive them totally nuts. Thank you, Robert. Mr. Puppy Face, anybody new coming towards me? Yeah. You have a Gemini coming in. Gemini comes in very strong around you, but you also could have a Sagittarius. New beginnings on the horizon that lead to success. A new journey begins. You have the world at your feet. Pretty good. Robert, what does Tyler think about me? May find you to be smart and intelligent, hardworking, perseverant. I don't know if this person's a little intimidated by you. That's possible. Could be a little intimidated by you. May find you to be smart, intelligent, hardworking, and successful. Down to earth and stable. Julie, was tea with the guy today or at the gym? Maybe both. May have been with a guy at the gym or went to the gym and then was with a guy or vice versa. Robert, I'm falling in love with Imani. How does she feel about me? Good. May find you to be kind-hearted, caring, attractive, smart, intelligent, successful, somebody who is well-balanced, somebody who is courageous, independent, and strong. Pretty good, pretty good. Oh, thank you, Lydia. Thank you, thank you. Robert, is Imani sexually attracted to me? Does she want things to go further? I do think she finds you to be attractive. I think she is willing to explore the opportunity. Yeah, that could happen. Things are kind of in balance. There's good communication coming in. And things are sort of moving forward with divine guidance. Slow and steady wins the race, but there is potential for things to move forward with the Two of Cups. Robert, will Kenisha and I end up together in the long run, like in a committed relationship? You do have opportunity for commitment. It's slow. It's slow. She shows as holding back, or she just may be slow to make a decision. But you do have, there is potential. Brianna, what does Jonathan want with me romantically? He doesn't know. He's just kind of going with the flow of things. If you want something specific, I would bring it up. If not, going with the flow of things, things can move forward. Slow and steady wins the race, but you might be okay with the way things are like functioning. Things look to be functioning well. Or they will be functioning well. Robert, will I end up with Imani or Kenisha? Both have strong possibilities. If I had to choose one over the other, right now Imani looks a little stronger. It looks more likely for it to be Imani as of right now. Metal Rain, how many realistic love options do I have coming in? Well, there are options. Like, the options obviously are limitless because you have a whole world out there, but this is what shows here right now. Gemini, a Scorpio, and a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. New beginnings on the horizon that could lead to success when you explore your options. If you're undecided, don't make any decisions until you're ready, but success comes in around things moving forward sometime between now and like the end of the summer. Exploring your options, somebody may make you an offer that leads to greener pastures and long-term commitment. You may also have a Pisces around. Robert, I'm paying an expensive policy on my dad. Should I continue to pay this? It's like an insurance policy. I would continue for now. Yeah, if you can swing it, I would continue for now. Julie, was it the teacher guide today with T? I think it was the teacher. Yes, most likely. Robert, is CGC going to give me a raise that I'm asking for? I think you're going to get the raise. It may not be immediately. It might be a little slow, but I think you're going to end up getting it. Maggie, work for the next 3 days. Work for the next 3 days. You have feeling grounded and stable around work, school, or business. Cooperation and compromise could lead to a wish that comes true. Listen to your intuition. If you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. But life is moving forward and you are ready for it. Areas of your life that have been stagnant may now start to move forward. Angel, how will Brownie feel if I reach out today for his birthday? He may think that it's nice. Yeah, I don't know what the situation is. He's a little indecisive and kind of a little slow, so I don't know, maybe you may not even reach him. But I think that everybody likes being remembered on their birthday. It really, my question to everyone that asks that question is, what is your intention? Why do you want, I don't know what your relationship is with this person. It could be nothing. It could be an old friend from 10 years ago, and it's harmless, no big deal. But what is your intention by reaching out to this person? Why do you want to reach out to them? I mean, like, that's not for, like, you don't have to answer me, but you ask that to yourself. Because if you're using the birthday to open up communication with someone, say you haven't spoken to in 6 months and you're still kind of pining away over them and nothing is happening, my suggestion would be to not do that. Because if in 6 months nothing has happened, reaching out to them is just going to set you back. If in 6 months they haven't reached out to you, I would let it go. If, like I said, this is an old friend from high school and you want to reach out, I see no reason why you shouldn't. You're not emotionally attached to it or hurt by it. No reason why you shouldn't reach out. But it's really for you to decide. Red, outcome for tomorrow if I grab a drink tonight. Like, will you overdrink and be hungover? I think you'll be all right. I mean, there's you drinking tonight. And tomorrow, like, you may have, like, mild anxiety, but I think you'll be okay. Grounded and stable communication comes in from somebody you're hoping to hear from, no longer holding yourself back. Life is moving forward. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, man, did I lose my spot here on the... I think I'm up to... Angel, I did. Maybe Jenna? Will I get to meet up and hang out with Keelan this weekend? Will we have fun and enjoy each other's company? Would love to know. I think you could make that happen, and I think it would be a good time. I would try to lock down plans earlier in the week and not wait until don't wait till the end of the week. I would reach out now to kind of make plans if you haven't already, because if you wait till the last minute, I'm afraid they're not going to be available. Yeah, I would reach out now and try to set up plans for the weekend if you can. Emma, in general, feeling bummed. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Life changes for you for the better quickly when you have choices and options around social activity. Life is moving forward towards greener pastures. Don't look back on the past. Life comes into balance. Let go of people, places, and things that no longer serve you, and life begins to move forward. Life should be moving forward for you soon. D for tomorrow. New beginnings on the horizon lead to success around work, school, or business. Money comes in, finances improve. Take time if you can for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Hard work that you put into work, school, or business pays off, and a disappointment or a heartache is healing and moving into the past. Nine Lives, what does Tarot want me to know? With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. If you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. You have the world at your feet. Slow and steady wins the race, but life moves forward towards greener pastures. Listen to your intuition. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Maybe spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Macy, general for tomorrow. Feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to, and that may be bringing in cause for celebration. Listen to your intuition. Maybe spending time with Air, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Money comes in, finances improve. Listen to your intuition and take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. But feeling ambitious and feeling persevering, you'll be able to accomplish everything that you need to accomplish. Just don't neglect yourself. Depression. A friend started calling me Dingy Diane. I told her not to, and she kept doing it. Made fun of my crystals and abilities. What does she think of me? We're good friends. You know, I hate that. I know I have people that do that to me too. You know, like she may not understand it and she may think it's a little bit weird. And I agree, like it's like kind of like in bad taste to tease somebody like that. It's not like, it's not funny. Like I have my beliefs, you have yours. I don't make fun of you. Like, leave me alone. She thinks highly of you though. And it's almost like she thinks that it's funny and that you would think it was funny. She thinks that you're smart, intelligent, grounded, stable, down to earth, loyal, kind, caring. Yeah, I don't like it, but I get it because I have friends that do that. Prodway. Should I keep no contact with my family? It's been peaceful. The cards can't tell you what to do, but the cards indicate to listen to your intuition and set boundaries. So if your family, if you can maintain healthy boundaries with these people, that's fine. You can let them back in your life. But if it's too much, you have to just set the boundary. And I know it can be very difficult because I've had to set boundaries with somebody recently that it's just like if you gave this person a fucking inch, they wanted to take 10 miles. And in my situation, I had to just, I can't be in contact. But you have to make that decision for yourself. I know these days it's like, you know, everybody's going no contact with somebody, but when it's affecting you mentally or it's affecting you in a way that you can't like you said, like you're peaceful now. Do you want to give that up? See, the situation that I was in is a very, very long story, but when this person would text me, it would fire me up. I had so much rage and resentment around the situation that then I would get so mad that I felt like I couldn't accomplish what I needed to do. So it was affecting how I functioned. And I would like sit around and ruminate over how to handle the situation. Where for me, if I just block this person, then I don't get the messages. So I had to do what I had to do for myself. So you have to make that decision. So you may be stronger than me and not be like, fuck it, I don't care. But for me, it just weighed too heavy on me that it's like, okay, I'm not going to accomplish anything. This person is not letting up. They're going to call 5,000 times, send 5,000 text messages. I can't do this. So the only way to end it for me was to block it. Anyway. Put yourself first. Put it that way. Girly, feeling really dumb and deceived right now. Why can't people do the right thing by others and be on? Because people are assholes. People are assholes. They're assholes. They don't know how to do the right thing. You know, like I said before, to the person that I think if the person was getting ghosted, like, what does it take? Like, who raised you that it's acceptable behavior to just disappear? Like, how is that acceptable behavior? Or not show up when you're supposed to show up? or not call somebody and say, hey, listen, I'm going to be a half hour late, but don't worry, I'll be there. Like, why do people not have common courtesy anymore? I don't get it. I mean, we have more ways to contact each other today than we ever did before, and people are disappearing. And I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. In my wildest dreams, I can't imagine. I should do it to someone one day. I can't imagine telling somebody that I was going to be somewhere and just not showing up and then not answering my phone when they called. I just can't imagine doing that to someone, but maybe I should. Because that's how this world functions. I don't get it. I don't get it. People that don't show up for work, they don't call. I mean, how do you do that? I mean, I can understand you make a mistake. Maybe you didn't know you were working that day or it was your normal day off or whatever. But anyway. What do I need to know right now? Anxiety eases and moves into the past and life begins to move forward. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Old wounds heal and move into the past and life begins to move forward. Don't be afraid to set boundaries. If somebody is, if you got to set a boundary, set a boundary. And it's okay to call somebody out on their bullshit in a nice way. Feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Kat, I'd like to know if the Capricorn on my mind read my post. Is she going to be okay? And will things improve and get better between us? If she reads it, does she like it that I spoke to the truth and gave her clarity about things? My advice to anybody, do not communicate with somebody through social media. Don't post something hoping that somebody's going to understand it, know that you're talking about them and that they're going to respond. If you have something to say to somebody, try your best to get them in person, one in front of the other to say it. If you can't do that, next best thing is on the telephone. But posting something on social media and hoping that somebody else is going to see it, number one, realize it's for them, number two, and then read it and interpret it the way that you feel is clarifying things. I wouldn't suggest it. I wouldn't suggest it. Okay, I can't tell you. Okay, now this idea of things improving. Nothing just magically improves. So I don't know what the issues are in the relationship. But like I said, if we're communicating through posts on social media, right there is the issue, is one of the issues, because you don't know. You don't know. People put up things, they don't know it's for them. Or they may know it's for them, but then the whole world is seeing it too. And do they want everyone else to know what's going on in their relationship or whatever? So that would be my first suggestion. Look, you got free will. You can do what you want. As far as things getting in better or improving, not much is changing here around the situation, but that may also be because there are miscommunications and things are out of balance. If you want to speak to her, I would try to get this person in person and discuss things and figure out what exactly it is that needs to improve. Like, people say it all the time. I get the question all the time. Are things going to improve? Are we going to work it out? Are we going to fix things? What exactly does it mean to fix something? What needs to be fixed? That's what you need to figure out. Like, she needs to get a job. He needs to quit drinking. This relationship, I'm not going to stay in it if his mother is going to live with us. Like, you got to figure out what the issue is. It's a blanket term of, will things improve? Will things be fixed? The answer to that is no, because nothing is changing. Nothing is going to change until we figure out what the problem is and then take action. And it doesn't look like we know what's going on here. It looks like two people that are not on the same page. I thought it's low key. We see that crap on streams too, with people who know they're paying short and making tubes. Yes. Oh, she's not there and she doesn't answer the phone. It's crazy, right? Oh, lose, general. Anxiety eases and moves into the past, or when you get a new job or business opportunity. If that's been like stressing you out, looking for a new job, you may get a new job and then you just may feel like, hey, I could breathe a sigh of relief. New beginnings on the horizon that could lead to success. Life comes into balance and you may be feeling a little bit more financially secure. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and life begins to move forward with a wish coming true. Girly, it's pathetic. I'm very communicative, but some people are cowardly and full of it. I know I'm not perfect, but if you called me out on my stuff, and you're right. Me too. Me too. I know. I agree. See, you know, I keep coming back to this. I know I keep saying this, but to me, it's mind boggling that there are people that are they're actual psychopaths. And I really, I guess, once again, we can go back and blame Hollywood for it. I really imagined, you know, like the psychopath would show up with the hockey mask and I would know who it was. But it's not like that. You don't know. You don't know how these people are. And, you know, we can sit around and say, well, if it were me, I would just call. But there was a situation where they're family members, but it wasn't until I got like closer into the family before I could see how things were operating and things started to make sense to me. Like, obviously, I'm not a doctor, I can't diagnose people, but when I see like the dynamics of the family, it starts to make sense. And for me, I became less angry with the people that I had to deal with when I started to see where the problem lied. Like there was definitely a psychopath in there. And like to me, like I would say things to my friends like, "Oh my god, like isn't she fucking embarrassed? I would be so fucking embarrassed if that was my family." And she's walking around proud as punch, you know, and I'm like, I would be fucking embarrassed. I would be so embarrassed I wouldn't show my face. And this one walked around like proud as a peacock. And then like in doing like research and stuff with like Google my you know, university Google, I'm like, maybe she's a psychopath. And then I actually brought up a situation to a therapist, and the person, that therapist that said to me, those are signs of a psychopath. And I was like, you know, I was thinking that. Because just some of the things, like they don't have a conscience, or they don't care. So now if you are a psychopath and you're raising children, right? What are you doing to those children? And you're putting them out into the world. So could somebody be a troublemaker because they're looking for attention? Could somebody be a sociopath? Could somebody be a coward because they don't know how to stand up to anyone because they've been bullied by a psychopath their whole life? Then when you start to see it, it's like, okay, maybe I kind of feel bad for that person because of the way they are. And maybe I'm not as angry. Not that it's an excuse for any of this, because it's not. You know, I realized that I didn't grow up in the healthiest of situations, and I didn't take it out on other people, but and it's always the people, whenever I hear people say, well, I don't need therapy, I'm smarter than that. Those are the people I'm like, stay away from them. Not that I'm saying that therapy is perfect or 100% or everybody needs it. But when somebody has such a closed off mindset to something, anything, whatever it is, I'm always like, you know, like you may not believe in it, but could you at least try it? Nobody's going to tell me. Oh, you've done a pretty good job. I see. Anyway. Metal. It is, but how she can't call me anymore now I've blocked her. Last straw was the unauthorized charges, but I feel so much better now without her around. Yeah, because that was negative energy. Yeah, that's only going to bring you down. Psychopaths are scary. Just coldness. I've known a few. As an empath, I pick up on nothing from these people. They mask so they blend in. They do. They do. But there's always signs, you know, like the signs to me, or the things I would pick up on, or when other people, like if somebody does something wrong, like let's just say, I don't know, like let's just say, for example, my brother gambled his life savings away. My brother would never do that, but he's he's an accountant and he's very like, you know, money. Anyway, not that he's cheap or anything, but money's his thing. But let's just say, for example, he gambled all his money away and they had no money left. Like, I would be embarrassed by that he did that, and he like left his family without any money. And I would apologize to my sister-in-law. Like, I would be like, I'm so sorry that this happened. He wasn't like that, or I never knew he had a problem or whatever. Like, I wouldn't act like it was her fault. You know what I mean? Like, I would look at the situation for the way it is. He's not perfect. I mean, I'd say it all the time to him, like, or she would yell at him, like, take the garbage out. This is a great one. And I would say, John, why do you even need to be told to take the garbage out? You don't see the garbage is full. Why does she need to tell you to take the garbage out? Okay. So what does he do? He takes the garbage, ties it in a knot, walks down the stairs, opens the front door, and puts it right near the front door. Now, who's taking it to the garbage can and taking the garbage can to the curb? What's it going to do? Walk itself? And I would say to him, I'm like, what are you doing? And then I'd be like, well, you married him. My friend said that the other night to her. You married him. And she's like, yeah, I know. So it's like calling somebody out on stupid crap. Like, I'm not, oh, well, you must have done something to make him act like that. No. Like, why do you need to be told to take out the garbage? What did she say the other day he did? I don't remember, but I had to stay there. This was before Avery was born. I was having work done here. And in the morning, she gets up. It's true. She gets up. She had to get the two boys up, get them ready for school. She's got to get ready for work. What does my brother do? He gets up, takes a shower, and walks out the front door. See ya. And I'd be like, John, you think you want to get somebody? Maybe take him to the bus stop or something? Like, I'll say it because it's, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. Not that we can't make mistakes. We're human, but there are people, like, I met someone who is never wrong about anything, and it's never their fault. It's his fault. It's her fault. It's your fault. You did it wrong. It's not my fault. I'm not taking responsibility for that. It's your fault. And those are the people, to me, that are dangerous. Not that they're dangerous, like, they're not going to kill me, but they're very difficult to deal with. Anyway. Miss Nika, for the rest of the week. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or receive good news. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Maybe spending time with a Libra or another air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. If you recently had an argument or a disagreement with someone, it should resolve itself and move into the past. Lisa, general for next week. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care, but areas of your life that have been stuck or stagnant should now start to move forward. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or receive good news. Maybe spending time with fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. If you're undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Old wounds heal and move into the past. A new journey begins. Maybe spending time with an Aquarius or a Gemini. Not bad. User, Bonita, I have an observation coming up about my job. How do you think it'll go for me? I think it's going to go well. Stepping into your strength and self-confidence, making decisions that push things forward leads to more stability. You'll be fine. Metal, my uncle won 40 grand at the casino one time. Bought a few things, went back the next day to the casino and lost the rest of it. Oh my God. What a shame. Zoe, general for the rest of March. May have good news that comes in around work, school, or business. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or somebody maybe that you haven't heard from in a while. Could be spending time with a Gemini or a Taurus. Slow and steady wins the race, but life moves forward. And you may be feeling a little bit more grounded and stable around finances. Girly, energetically, how long do you think most readings last? I know I get a lot of readings. I'm a Pisces. You mean like how long, for the prediction? Like, before things come true? I think it depends. You know what somebody told me? The woman that reads my cards always told me that things move slowly for me because I was a Pisces, and that things tend to move slowly for Pisces, which is really annoying. But I think it depends on what it is. You know, she explained it to me once. Like if you're walking down a road and you know there's trees on the side of the road, and all the way in the distance you could see that there was a store. You might not be able to tell how close the store was or how many miles until you get there, but the store is still there. The store is still going to be there no matter how long it takes you to get there. So I would say a lot of times people will say like within 3 months. And that's usually like kind of like what I'll look for, like within 3 months. Like if somebody says, like now it's March, right? And they're like, will I be married before the end of the year? That's kind of a different kind of situation, I feel like, because if you're thinking about marriage, you're probably already in a committed relationship, right? So I would look at the situation. Do I see marriage here? And I would say, if I don't see it, I would say, I don't see it here, but it's March. You've got 9 more months to make that happen. So discuss it with your partner if that's what you want, because it's not here now, but it doesn't mean it can't happen. We're in March. If it's November and you're looking to get married before the end of the year, probably not. So it really depends on the situation and the person and who you're reading for. Some of these questions that I get, you should come to TikTok. It's like fucking pulling teeth to get a question. You know, like people will write me and Joe. I don't know who me and Joe is. What am I reading about you and Joe? I mean, are you classmates, next door neighbors, father and son? It's very difficult, you know, or you know, how do I answer that? Like, it's going to be different if I know the relationship between the two people. TikTok. I mean, you got to hear these questions. Will he come back to me romantically reconcile? Well, who is he? What the hell does romantically reconcile mean? What does the word romance? I like to throw it out of the fucking English language. That and reconcile, because reconcile. What does reconcile mean? It means to agree. It does not mean committed relationship. It doesn't mean we're moving in together. It doesn't mean. So you're going to ask me if you're going to reconcile. I'm going to say yes, and you're going to think you're going to get married. Hey, we're breaking up. I'm never going to speak to you again. Okay, see you next lifetime. Goodbye. Reconciled. We agree. It's over. That's reconciled. It's not up in the air. And it drives me nuts. And then I'll say, rephrase it, don't use reconcile. Okay, romantically rekindle? What does that mean? Do you want to be in a committed relationship with this person? That's what the question you need to ask. Are we going to fix things? What does fix things look like? Joe needs to stop drinking. Joe needs to go to rehab. Tim needs to get a job. That's the question to ask. But it goes to show you, we don't even know what we're asking. We don't even know what we need. So if we don't even know what we need, how are we fixing something? Anyway. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with getting a lot of readings. There was a moment, there were years, it was like a good stretch of years. I would go to everyone, anybody that was around, any place I saw, whether they were doing tarot readings, astrological readings, whatever it was, it didn't matter. I would go in and I would have a reading, or I'd book a reading or whatever. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. The only thing I think, and I think it may be what I've learned through those experiences, be careful who you trust. Be careful what people say to you and what you're willing to believe. And going to a lot of people, you know, energy changes. You know, like how many times have I given this scenario? Get mad at someone, you know, I'm never going to talk to him again. I'm never going to talk to him again. I don't want to talk to him again. And then on Tuesday, you're talking to him again. Like that, the energy shifts. So if you're having a lot of readings and it's a lot of up and down, you may be catching that specific reader that may not know the whole situation on a downswing or on an upswing, and the relationship may not be, like, they may not capture the full thing. That's why if I see a card that has, am I going to see it now? The infinity symbol. I think Leo may have it, Empress may have it. I'll question sometimes if this is a cycle that's been replaying. Because if it's a cycle that's been replaying, you're going to pick up the energy, but like you could pick up the energy when you're on a high. And then it's like, okay, oh, he's back. He tells me he wants to be with me. Oh, he's doing the right thing. Oh, he wants to move in with me. Oh, we're going to get married. But you're on an upswing, but that's going to he's telling you what you want to hear, and then he's going to come back down. So that if there's the infinity sign somewhere and we're waiting on somebody to come back or reconnect, or that's where I'm always like, be cautious, because like what goes up comes down. Anyway. Lady, reading for work for tomorrow. Work looks okay. Grounded and stable, happy and content, new beginnings on the horizon. Feeling like you're making a decision that could be pushing things forward. Don't be afraid to voice your opinion if something comes up. Adonis, V's intentions towards me at the moment. Maybe looking for communication to come in. There's happiness that comes in around somebody making you an offer that would be hard to turn down. So that's interesting to see what that may be. There's probably going to be communication, and then we'll see what this is. Maybe it has something to do with spending time together or a little bit of passion after the communication comes in. Reconcile, I'm not kidding you. That's what, or reconnect, renew. What are we renewing? A library book? Like, you got to tell me, what are you looking for? And I think that sometimes people just don't know. Or what I think a lot of people may be caught in, like, talking to someone, hanging out with someone. They're not really together. They're not really dating. One person's looking to date. The other person's just kind of chatting. And that's why they're not saying committed relationship, because it's not committed. But is that what you want? You got to tell me what you want. Anyway. People play a lot of games and love. Yes. I love readings, and I've given some myself, which have come true for a couple of my friends. Oh, cool. Mega, Mad Dogs or McIntyres for St. Patrick's Day to meet girls. There's going to be girls out no matter where you go tomorrow. They both look fine. I would choose McIntyres over Mad Dogs, but either one is fine. Mel, energy around my second side hustle. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. Through cooperation and compromise, more money is coming in. Life is moving forward. You may be feeling like things are improving. There should be an improvement around that. Romantically reconciled, won't recover from that. I had somebody else ask me, I don't remember what the person's name was, but are we going to write a love story? What? Are you going to write a love story? It was something like that. Are we going to write a love story? Are we writing a Taylor Swift song? Can you ask me the question? What are we talking about here? Zoe, is the Two of Pentacles more of juggling too many things at once and struggling? No. No, Two of Pentacles is more of like life is coming into balance. You got everything balanced. Two of Pentacles in reverse, maybe. Like Two of Pentacles upright is like feeling like life is in balance, things are functioning. It even could be making decisions that push life forward, or being ready to make decisions that push life forward. The Two of Pentacles in reverse could be too much going on, the need to take control, or feeling like life is a little bit out of control. Let me see what the card says itself. Upright, it says, yeah, time management, adaptability, balancing decisions. Reversed, it says overcommitted, disorganized, reprioritized, lack of balance, or overwhelmed. Coco, divine guidance for this week. Anxiety eases and moves into the past, and life begins to move forward. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Listen to your intuition. Slow and steady wins the race. And if you're undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Have they ever seen the movie Love Story? I never did. It's tragic. Well, you know, I feel bad. And I'm going to tell you why I feel bad. Because somebody coming in asking that question, first of all, they probably were young. But obviously, it's somebody who is looking to be loved. They're looking for a fantasy. And why is that? Because they have a childhood wound. So those types of questions always get me, like the hair on the back of my neck starts to stand up. You know, it's also like when I get those questions like, well, I've never felt like this before. I think we're meant to be. Probably not meant to be. It's probably going to be one hell of a ride. But you can't, like, I don't know that. I'm not reading for somebody who I know well enough that I could say, hey, listen, settle down. Let's look at things, you know, let's look at things clearly, you know? Like, if you ever had that friend, like, went out with somebody once and then all of a sudden they're planning the wedding, like, you got to pull the reins in a little bit. We're not there yet. But when I hear questions like that, I'm like, this is somebody who's got a childhood wound. They're looking to be loved. And that's what the love story is. And I know that if I look back in my past, I always had some kind of fantasy in my head, not always about like a person in my life, but it could be like, I wanted to be in the movies. I wanted to be an actress. Why did I want to be famous? Why did I want to be famous? Because I wanted to be loved. That's why, right? I mean, obviously I enjoyed acting and I loved all that kind of stuff. I liked performing, but as a people pleaser, I was looking to do things to make people love me because I wasn't getting love from wherever, my parents or my whatever. Growing up, that's whether it was intentional or not, there was some kind of neglect that I suffered as a child that I didn't realize. I didn't know that's what it was. And I remember going into high school, and I never had a boyfriend in junior high. And some of my friends did, but you know, it wasn't junior high. Like, well, how long did you date? But I didn't have that. And you know, I felt like something was wrong with me. And I remember thinking when I went into high school, now when you go into high school, you're 14 and you're a girl, right? You got a lot of older guys there. But by the time you're a senior, now you got young guys there, and you're kind of, you know, you don't want those. So I thought to myself, by the time I'm a senior, I'm going to have a boyfriend. Like, why didn't I think I could have one at 14? I didn't think anybody would want to date me, and nobody did. And then I got to be a senior and nobody wanted to date me then either. But right, funny that in my head, it was always, when I get there, you know, that's when it's going to happen. When I get older, or by that time I'll be here. But no, you weren't going to be there. What made you think that things were going to be different for you as a senior than they were as a freshman? When I became a senior, I was like, these guys are all my brother's age. You know, I don't want to date them. They don't want to date me either, but that wasn't the point. But I had gone into high school with a lot of friends who all started dating older guys, but it didn't really happen for me. Why? I don't know. Maybe because there was a lot of resistance. I wanted it so badly. And maybe my friends didn't care so much. I don't know. I can't answer it. But I know it has something to do with feeling unloved. Anthony, do you see when I leave my current job to go to the new one? I'm going to say it could be sometime like early April, possibly. Or maybe sometime in April. You got 5. I'm going to say maybe within the next 5 weeks or sometime between April and May. Lima, was S's stepdaughter Izzy having mental issues? There could be some mental issues. Yeah, that may be true. Kimon for tomorrow. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and life begins to move forward. Lay down the law, set boundaries, it'll serve you well. Listen to your intuition. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. New beginnings are on the horizon that could lead to success, and perseverance pays off around whatever you're investing time and effort into tomorrow. Tangerine. Oh, thank you. Can I look forward to maybe getting a text I've been hoping to get from someone, or should I drop it? I need to know the person's name. Yeah, I can't answer if I don't have energy. I can't connect with energy if I don't have energy to connect to. You know what I'm saying? Devaya, is it better for me to do the school assignment with JD or alone? I would do it alone. Girly, I've wanted the fantasy for a long time now. I just go through my list of requirements: good hygiene, responsible, loyal, kind. Someone with character. Come on, I just did yours. Neil, will I hear from Neil tonight? You want to know? Or just in general? It probably won't be tonight, but you could hear from this person at some point, yeah. Girly, my friends told me my expectations are too high. Maybe they're right because I'm still single. You know, my mom used to tell me when I was younger, oh, you're too picky. Like, did I told you about the guy with the rose? He was a friend of a friend, and he was a nice guy. But I just wasn't interested in him. Of course I wasn't going to be interested in him because I needed to chase the guy that didn't want me, because was my issue, right? Because I was chasing love that I didn't have. Didn't know this when I was, how old was I? I was young. I don't think I was driving. I'm going to say maybe I was, I don't know, maybe I was 15, something like that. So my mom liked this guy too. It was Valentine's Day, and he came, I don't know, he sent one of my friends over to give me a rose for Valentine's Day, which was really nice. But I just wasn't interested in him. And my mom was like, just go out for coffee with him. I mean, I had hung out with him like with my other friends and it was a group of people, but I never hung out with him alone. And the idea, to be honest, scared the hell out of me. But it did. It scared the hell out of me. Like, I was afraid I didn't know how to act, what he was going to expect from me, how I should. Yeah, the whole thing just scared me. But I also really wasn't interested in him. And my mom was like, why can't you just go for coffee? And I was like, I'm just not interested. And she's like, you don't have to marry him. Just go have coffee. Just go for a walk. So, no, I just didn't want to. And now, as an adult and after all the years of crap I had to go through to figure it out, I look back and now I understand. I was never going to be interested in him because I wasn't going to have to fight for his attention. I needed the person that I had to fight for their attention. That was the person I was attracted to. And that is so sad. And what's even worse is that nobody tells you that. Like, that's what people will say. Shit like my mom, oh, you're too picky. And that's what people will say to you. You're too picky. But there's more to it than that. Just like, oh, he's a cheater. He's a loser. He's a cheater. There's more to it. He's not just a cheater. There's something that's happening underneath that we don't know. And that's why he's a chronic cheater, where he needs a lot of attention from a lot of women, because he's got a wound somewhere that he's trying to heal with these girls, and it's not going to work. But he doesn't know that. And, well, she's a home-wrecking whore. She's not. There's something else going on there, but we don't know what it is. She doesn't know what it is, because if she knew what it was, she wouldn't be doing that anymore. Anyway. Twinkle. I'm moving with my kid to our own apartment in the upcoming weeks. Is it going to be a good place for us in terms of safety and accessibility? Yeah, I think you'll be pretty content there. It looks like a good opportunity. Namitha, relationship guidance. Okay, if you're currently with someone, slow and steady wins the race, but life is moving forward. If you're not with anyone, slow and steady wins the race, but new energy is coming in. Don't look back on the past. You could have an Aquarius or a Gemini coming in. Leave people, places, and things in the past that no longer serve you. A disappointment heals and moves into the past, and you may be feeling relief around life moving forward. Clear away anything that's anything that's dysfunctional needs to move into the past, and then life will move forward. Girl, the Barry White coworker wants me. His Axe cologne can clear the room. Oh my God. And he lingers a little too long at my workstation. When I took time off work, he kept asking for me. Right, and then you feel bad. I know I would feel bad too. And I don't know why. And I would say to my friends, I'm like, I feel bad. I don't know why I feel bad. Nobody feels bad about me when they turn me down. Nobody ever did feel bad about turning me down. But I would feel bad because I wouldn't want somebody to feel hurt the way that I felt hurt. But if you're not into him, you're just not into him, and that's it, you know? But I hate that feeling bad about everything all the time. Leo Sun, general. Anxiety eases and moves into the past and life moves forward. You may be spending time with you got a Gemini here. You also have your luck changing for the better. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Maybe spending time with fire. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. New beginnings on the horizon that lead to success. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or receive good news. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Macy, general for tomorrow. New beginnings on the horizon that lead to success. Life comes into balance. Maybe spending time with a Libra. You may be feeling ambitious. You should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Listen to your intuition. Girlie, you're so right. I was always wanted the guy I had to prove my worth to. Now that I'm older, I see it. The abandonment issues. Yeah. And then how about this? Not even just abandonment issues from like family, but how about how many times you've heard growing up, how come you don't have a boyfriend? How come you don't have a boyfriend? How come you don't have a boyfriend? Do you have a boyfriend? How come you're not married? Why are you not married? Don't you want to get married? Well, you see, I have a tail and horns, so nobody wants me. So it's hard to not feel like there's something wrong with you when people fucking ask dumb questions like that. Like, why are you married to him? He hates you. He calls you a bitch. He dreads the fact that he's got to go home to you. Why are you married to him? Going to ask me why I'm not married? I'm going to ask you, why are you married to him? But people like us don't do things like that. The disruptor. It's maybe too basic. If you need more info, I can add more. My angel guides have any information or advice they want to pass along. Oh, I can give you angel advice. I'll just give you a general. If you come up with an idea for a side business, side project, side hustle, it may be worth pursuing. Could be bringing in happiness. Negativity moves into the past when you listen to your intuition. Life changes for you for the better quickly when you're clear about your wants and needs. Could be spending time with an Aries, could be spending time with a Capricorn. Anxiety eases and moves into the past when you express yourself, your wants and needs around both personal and professional relationships. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Girlie, I know one of my coworkers made a joke about him asking me out to his face. I got so mad at her and told her that's not cool because he's into me and I don't want to give him the wrong idea. That happened to me once. God, we're really reliving high school nightmares over here tonight. So, listen to this. Talk about fucked up. So, when I must have been a sophomore because he was a year younger than me. I wasn't going to go to homecoming because I never had a date. Nobody ever wanted to date me. And I can't remember why. I mean, I didn't care if I didn't go. Like, it was homecoming. It wasn't that big of a deal. And I remember I actually had to work. And I was so fucking pissed. He was nice. Once again, I wasn't interested in him. I thought he was nice. I'll get to the story. So, he asked me to go to homecoming, or no, he didn't ask me. I was standing outside, and I guess my friends were talking about going, and we were like standing in a group, and he was part of the friend group, and I guess I said I wasn't going. And my friend, knowing that he was interested in me and that I wasn't interested in him, said something like, well, she doesn't have a date. Why don't you take her? Totally put me on the spot and I couldn't say no. So I went with him and I didn't want to go with him. And it was the most boring night of my fucking life. And I remember I had to work the next day, but I was able to switch my hours. But anyway, I got a dress at the last minute. The dress was too big. It was just, everything was a disaster. It was not fun, but I was put on the spot. Yeah. And I had to go. And like, I went with like his brother and his brother's girlfriend, and I didn't really know them. And I was just uncomfortable. And I just didn't want to be there. But, and that's why after I was like, if you don't want to, you got to fucking stop doing this. Like, don't go out with people you don't want to go out with. But, I mean, he was a nice enough guy, but anyway. Yeah, I know. I definitely blame the fairy tales in Disney. Oh, thank you, Prussian. Thank you, thank you. Oh, Namitha, didn't I answer for the relationship guidance? I think I did just a few minutes ago. Yeah, and it's not even like being a lone woman, but it's like when you're young, like when you're in junior high and they're already starting with, how come you don't have a boyfriend? Do you have a boyfriend? Why don't you have a boyfriend? Or you know what I'm saying? It's like now it's already going into your head that there's something wrong with you. And at 13, like those are really impressionable ages, and they're such a terrible, like 13, 14, 15. It's awful. You look awful, you feel awful, everything is weird. And then you have something like, well, how come you don't have a boyfriend? You don't have a boyfriend? And I know that people don't mean anything by it, but anyway. Girly, can you please pull some cards on the Leo and I, or should I say the Leo? His beard is the third party. My dad just shaved his beard tonight. I mean, this Leo, I mean, you got good communication coming in. You have things moving forward. You should be spending time with him. Things are coming into balance. Maybe he's just a friend, but it could be like a good companion to like just hang out and spend time with. It looks like it's very pleasant. Oh my God, you know what happened to me once? This was, and I was okay with it. It didn't bother me, but my coworker, it made her cry. She had gotten flowers from somebody, and they were on like the desk in the middle of the office, and a coworker from another room came in, and he said something like, who got the flowers? And I don't remember if she said Danny, like joking. I think that's what happened. I think she said, oh, Danny got them. And he said, oh, no, she didn't. Nobody would ever send her flowers. And I was like, fine with it, because like nobody would ever send me flowers, because everybody knows don't send me flowers, because I feel like it's a waste of money. But that also, maybe there is maybe some underlying self-worth there, that I may feel like I don't deserve somebody to spend money like that on flowers for me. That could be part of it, but I really do feel like it's a waste of money. I'd rather like go out to dinner or use it towards a weekend away or something like that. But anyhow, and I was fine. It didn't hurt my feelings really. And she got upset. She was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, oh, it's fine. I don't care. Nobody ever would send me flowers, because everybody they all know, don't buy me flowers. Just like the parking in the fire lane. Namitha, I think I just answered for you a few minutes ago. Like right before I did, I think I did you right before I did Disruptor. Does anybody remember? Is there anyone else here I haven't answered for? Sean, how did H feel about my last text message? A little out of balance. Yeah, I don't know what you said, but may have felt a little out of balance. Maybe didn't know how to respond. Yeah, may feel a little out of balance, didn't know how to respond, and maybe feeling like undecided, indecisive, or a little bit like, I don't know, they think that you're mad at them or something. I remember doing the relationship guidance question, but fine, I'll do it again. Relationship guidance. Maybe I did it for somebody else. Yeah, because I remember saying, anything that's dysfunctional needs to move into the past. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Anything that's been dysfunctional, you need to let go of in order for new opportunities to come in. And then new beginnings may be coming in. That could be with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Could be with fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You do have a relationship coming in, but anything that's been stuck or stagnant or dysfunctional may be holding you back. Let go of it, because it could be keeping you stagnant. When you let go of what's not working, new doors open. Oh, Twinkle, I answered for you already. I said I think you'll be content there. Is there anyone else here I haven't answered for yet? Alrighty, then I'm going to wrap it up and I'll see you all tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow morning. I have to drop Avery off at school early. She has extra help in the morning. And then maybe I'll come on after that. Girl, wake up. Any new long-term love coming in? Yeah, you do have long-term commitment possible coming in. Could be new energy that comes in towards maybe the summer. It could be a Leo. Could be an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Exploring your options leads to success. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and life begins to move forward. Don't be afraid to express your wants and needs, and don't settle for less than you want or deserve. Alrighty. Thank you all very much for being here. I'll see you guys in the morning. Bye-bye.